What's up, everybody? Matt Nuzzo. We're here at Reel to talk to you about Armie's newest creation at Armstrong, the Kite, surf, tow, wing, foil, do any sort of foil thing you ever can do on this one board. So he came out with 3 different boards, 3 different sizes, same construction makeup, and there's a whole bunch of stuff, just like all Armstrong stuff, just packed in here. So let's get started. So we've got the 311, we got a 411, and then a 4.5.5. So this is what I've been surfing, prone surfing, so I've been kite surfing, wake surfing. This has kind of been the one board, fits all, does everything for me, which is really cool that he's kind of designed these sizes to have the right volume and shape that work for these multi-sports. And you really kind of work with a lot of people, a lot of different prototypes to get the right volume, to get the right size, length, width, and everything to make it a really usable product that works great in all of those different sports and different realms. So let's go right into the design characteristics. I'll take the 311 here. So 311, you can see, like, right off the bat, you can see this deck is like big, wide, and flat. You know, it's like really kind of spacious. It's like a dance floor. For a 311 to have this much surface area on the deck is crazy that you have this much space, which is really nice for kite foiling, or, you know, where you're moving your feet around. You want to have that extra stability. This deck gives you that. So it's mostly flat. They did do a double concave right through kind of your front foot section, and that gives you a little, like, you know, like little heel indentations. They said they tried to go a little deeper, but then there was kind of water sloshing around on the deck and stuff, like halfway through your ride. So they just like did a real subtle, you know, like front and back double concave here, which really kind of helps your foot set a little deeper. On the rail here, you can see when you hold up this board here, you've got really heavy single concave that comes out and flattens out to the back, and then the chine rails are concaved out as a lot as well. So it makes like a triple concave off the front. And so when this board hits down, when you're coming down off the water, it just literally rebounds right back up. There's just no stick at all. Like, you're hauling kiting and hitting the rail or hit a piece of chop that you weren't expecting, there's no stick, stop, anything. You just bounce right up and just keep on foil and keep going, which is like unlike any other board I've ever used kiting, that this thing just bounced right off. Also, they made these rails real thin. They concaved the rail out because they wanted to have something to grab, right? So one of the biggest problems with those big chine rails that are normally flat is that it's hard to grab if you're duck diving, right? But with the smaller rail and thin concave rail, it allows you to grab it and duck dive it. So it's really nice, gives you, and also when you pop up and push off, it really makes quite a big difference. So you'll see here you got a track system mount, which is pretty standard and typical. The other things about this board that are really interesting is the construction, right? So Armie wanted to make not only a light board, but wanted to make it super durable and to hold up, and wants the board to translate as much energy into the foil as you possibly can. So he did a couple really crazy unique things on the construction. The top sheet here, this top sheet is a Negra PVC top sheet, which is super strong, and he basically wants to be like ultra stiff. So when you push down to pump, that's going to translate into the foil. He also tied this top sheet into a double carbon stringer. So this double carbon stringer comes in, goes right in, and connects to the block that the boxes are connected to. So he said what that's doing is you're connecting the top sheet of the board to the boxes, so that when you pump, when you push down, every effort you're pushing down translates directly into the foil. So a lot of crazy high-tech stuff that's crammed inside of this board that you will never see. But I'll tell you that when you're on a wave, just surf foiling, and you pump, you basically very little effort and you just start gliding, right? So if you got that foil in the sweet spot, you are gonna pump like never before on this board. So it really gives you that a lot of extra drive for pumping. So your flat water pumping or surf foiling, it really translates quite nicely. That real stiff deck too, when you're kiting, you're not like, it's not mushy, and you know, a lot of times you can kind of feel your heel just pushing in the board. It's not mushy, you can just really translates all into direct feel. So what do these boards come with? So the board's gonna come stock with EVA front and back pads. So you can see here, you've got the EVA front pads on this one. This one we just put a little clear deck grip on it just to try it out, but it's gonna come stock with EVA front and back pads. This one also has a carbon tail patch. Normally this is gonna come with just this piece of foam here, and then you can stick it on wherever you want to have that. The nice thing about having this kicktail just this wide is that your knees are not rubbing on the kicktail. So these boards are so short that the kicktail a lot of times just hits you right across the knees. So you get your knees all chafed up, whereas this one is smooth all the way down the back so your knees can come off without chafing. The carbon kicktail is movable, and I thought at first, I was like, what are these big insert things? These things are gonna like chafe my foot like crazy. Not at all the case. This accessory was one that I didn't think I needed until I used it, and then I'm like, oh, I'm moving the kicktail further forward for when I'm kiting, so it's up here so I can push off of it, and then surfing I'm moving it further back so that when I push my foot back to turn, I can really have that kicktail all the way on the tail. So carbon tail patch is a cool accessory. It does come with a standard one you can just stick down normal. And then they've also got these board bags, custom fit board bags for each size. So you got 311, 4, 5.5, and 411. And they're just really nice, high quality bags. Got a pouch in here for the mounting hardware. And then you can actually put the board in the foil in the bag, which is also a nice feature, so you just don't cook your board. So the nice little host of accessories there. These boards are super, super nice. Riding them is great. The best thing about it is that you can multi-sport them, right? So you're basically making a decision based on your weight and what sports you're doing. We have been testing the 411 with the wingy thingies, and that's been a great size for doing that with a really big wing, 2400 wing, and the 411 has put foot straps on that thing. It's been super, super nice, and definitely enjoying it. Also, there are foot straps coming. We just don't have them yet, but those are really nice soft foot straps. Again, they're coming out with these titanium screws, so they're super flat, so you can step on them, lay on them. Really is a nice accessory because if you're prone surfing with foot straps or the wingy thingy or whatever, you step on them, you're not gonna really get too much in your way. Obviously, greatest accessory you can get for the Armstrong is an Armstrong foil, Armstrong 1200. Don't leave home without it. This foil is sick. You want to check out that review? You can go to realwatersports.com or get more information from us. Give us a call, 252-987-6000. See you guys on the water.